look at all this news we've got here.
Yes.
Welcome everyone to Kanpai News for the week commencing the 23rd of October. I am Nasuth. I am joined as always by Xenogelion and MDRLOz. How are you guys?
Yo.
Got a new mic.
Got a new mic? Yeah? That's the first bit of news. Got a new mic.
Actually, it's going to be weird because you've got the new mic here, but in Kanpai Cast, which happens in 2 days' time, it's going to be the old mic.
We were just talking about Doctor Who and time travel shenanigans. So.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I plug this in, right, just to spite people. Just so, right? They have this. I don't know if it sounds better. I think it sounds better. And then they'll go back to this, and then they'll appreciate. Oh my god, where did the good mic go? And then they'll complain. You see, yeah. Got to make them. Got to make them realize the difference.
Exactly. Right. Well, shall we get into it?
Indeed.
You can find links to all of these stories, of course, in the description below.
Oh wait. Why is mine not recording?
Yours is not recording. Oh no. We need to.
Wait. How did you hit the record button?
I hit it in here.
Did you?
I did.
Mine's not recording.
Well, I guess we're starting over.
Nah, fuck it. I'll just hit recording now, and then we'll just stitch it together.
Yeah. Okay. So we're just gonna go on. We're gonna. Okay. All right. So you can find links to all of these in the descriptions below. Descriptions? The description below. Let's get. That's not the right. Why? What? I was watching Lucifer. There we go.
We're professionals.
Yeah.
Hey,
at
least I had it paused and I wasn't actually, listening, actively watching it. Anyway, Netflix refuses to learn their lesson. They're in the works on another live-action Death Note, this time with the Duffer Brothers, who you may know from Stranger Things as the showrunners. They've also hired somebody I've never heard of, Halia Abdel Meguid, as writer and executive producer, and my cat is here. Hello, cat. Goodbye, cat. You were in the way.
Cat.
Yeah, I know. She's previously worked on Miss Anity, which I've also never heard of, Devil in the White City, and The Talisman, which, Talisman's apparently about to come out on Hulu.
I've never heard of any of these.
She's a fluent Japanese speaker who's lived for at least some time in Tokyo, so, maybe she's got at least a bit of a handle on Japanese culture. Who knows? But yeah, I do not look forward to that one.
Okay, moving on.
Laws.
Speaking of Netflix.
Yeah.
Speaking of Netflix, after losing 200,000 subscribers in Q1, wow, and then 970,000 in Q2.
Oh dear God!
They've announced their third quarter numbers are up by 2.4 million, with a further 4.5 million projected by the end of the year. Wow!
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So they've regained all their lost numbers and then some.
More. It's clearly Cyberpunk Edge Runner, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
They also announced $7.9 billion in revenue. This as they plan to roll out their new ad-supported tier.
Yep.
Fair?
Yep.
I don't know. I appreciate it if they say they're doing well, but something in me suggests I think they may have just changed the metric on how they record views and.
That is also entirely possible. Yeah.
No, but it's subscribers.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah.
Fair.
Anyway.
Right, so...
Right, let's count every different IP as a different subscriber. Even though they're the same paying person, they're different subscribers, you see?
Yep.
Last week we shared news of the new Silent Hill film in the works, with rumors of games to follow. Well, it's been confirmed, starting with a remake of Silent Hill 2, followed by the new games Townfall, Ascension, and F, lowercase f specifically. There's a lot in this article, but some brief notes. The SH2 remake is from the makers of Blair Witch and Layers of Fear, which is heralded as the spiritual successor to Silent Hill PT. I have played it. It is actually really good. The Blair Witch one is also actually really good. The same group behind Stray will be contributing to Townfall, and Ascension... Yeah. And honestly, they're pretty good. They've got... obviously, we can't show them, but... They This doesn't show a whole lot, but it looked okay from what I saw. Ascension will be a live interactive streaming experience, which sounds fucking horrible. And F will be set in the 1960s, so that it also looked really interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a little excited. I wish I could play. Oh no, the Silent Hill 2 remake is going to be released on PC, but it's going to be a PS5 exclusive for a year. So eventually we'll get it. I just hope the voice actors don't
as bad.
Yeah. I just hope the voice actors don't suck as much as in the HD remake, because they couldn't get the original voices, so they had to get a whole new group of people, and they sucked.
Fair.
Right. So, Laws.
Another one falls in continuing Tokyo Olympic bribery scandal. This time it's Sun Arrow, who are famous for making plush toys from Studio Ghibli and others. In this case, prosecutors believe Sun Arrow paid 8 million yen, which is about $54,000, to secure preferential advertising.
Yep. This thing just keeps claiming more and more people, which is not really a huge surprise.
So this is what more during the Olympics, more people were bribery. So it's bribery.
Yes. So yeah. Go ahead.
So I don't know if you were around when we were talking about this before, but effectively, the CEO of Kodakawa and someone else were accused of bribing an ex. Is it ex Kodakawa, or he's a
No. He worked for a advertising firm, and then he got put in charge of the Olympic advertising, I think. So he used his connections at the old firm to sort of filter money through to him, and preference. Yeah.
And basically, these companies were bribing the other this one individual to give them preferential treatment so that they could actually
their ads could get like in the best spots.
Stupidly, like, so the guy from Kodakawa turned around and said, like, no, I didn't do it. And then the guy that he was being accused with is like, yep, I did it.
No,
it's my bad.
Nope.
It's just like, oh
just
wow, just
admitted to everything.
throw the other guy on the bus. Yep, just throw him on the bus.
Right. So, does anyone remember G4 TV?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they started back in 2002. They've had quite a long and storied career, but we all know Tech TV was better. But unfortunately, Tech TV didn't do better, so they ended up absorbing Tech TV, and then eventually shut down their broadcasts in 2014 because nobody was watching them anymore. To everyone's surprise, NBC dusted them off in November of 2021, but they which I heard about, and was like, why? Why did you? But they just couldn't make it fly, and it's been announced they'll once more be shutting down. Why is this relevant? They used to show a lot of anime back in the day.
Oh.
Yep.
Didn't they didn't they like revitalize them in more of a social sphere? So it was like on YouTube and stuff like this, not like standard.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
TV.
Although it did eventually return to terrestrial TV.
What do you mean? This? What the revamp of this? Do you not?
Yeah, in 2021.
Are we just dancing around the massive story with this, or what? Just checking.
I don't know anything about this.
Oh, you're not aware? Okay.
What happened?
I don't think there's a is there a massive story?
Huh?
Yeah.
What?
Oh god, this is a minefield in many ways. If I don't want to go into much of it, there's a lot of reasons why this thing fell apart. There's sort of the amount of money. I think they paid like is it Amaranth?
Really?
Yeah, they paid a lot. I think there's talk of. I haven't got any sources on this. This is me remembering from seeing videos, like $20,000-$30,000 to turn up for things. The amount they were paying the executive and things was ridiculous. But the thing that really caused the massive sting to this was a rant from a ex League of Legends commentator called Frosk.
Right.
I don't want to get into the politics of what they were talking about, and I'll show you guys later if you want to see it. But
I am actually curious. Yeah.
To all high heaven, and it was it stemmed from Frosk was talking about oh god, I'm gonna get this wrong because I don't know which one it was. It was either the PS4 or the Xbox complaining about they didn't have any exclusives or something like that. It was like if you knew what games are actually coming out for this, it was a completely like uneducated take. And there was a lot of people complaining about, hey, that's not right, and they didn't take it well, and then they just exploded on this little rant. They said the rant was supported by the higher ups, but then it caused a massive backlash. Eventually, they started firing people, and this is what finally got this person fired and killed G4 TV. Is that loads of people were laid off. G4 TV was still going on, and then Frost put on Twitter like something like skull emoji, I survived, let's go play some video games. Like a lot of your coworkers have just been let off, and you're like, I survived, yay. And then they were like, oh, pretty. No, sorry, for that person, their contract was completely bought out to get rid of them.
Wow. That's crazy.
But I don't want to make it political or anything, or go on either side. That's just all I know. It was a bit of a rant, and that was massively popular things of it. And but at the same time, ignoring all of that, I don't think the model they were using was very good. It's just it was in the state of like, I mean, the three. I know we're not getting massive views or anything, but it's like the three of us sitting here could talk about games, can show games, can play games, can talk about anime, whatever. What's our budget? Zero. You know, apart from what we just have already, you know, our equipment and things. They were trying to run it like a old school television show sort of style thing, which, you know, people in the background and camera work and everything, which is so expensive.
Yeah.
It's just not sustainable in this day and age. I think it was doomed anyway.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason it shut down in 2014. It wasn't right. You know, nobody cared about that. They had so many other sources.
I mean, it's interesting you say this because, like, I just watched, was it what's called This Week's News, or what, the gaming news with Skill Up and things, and he briefly touched upon the whole G4 thing, but never didn't go into any of this detail.
Obviously, this story didn't either. Yeah.
They're avoiding the culture war political side of things, which I don't want to
That's fair.
On either side of, but I just want to, if you want to go look it up, just look it up.
Talking about something political, though.
Wait.
Who's
what?
Yep, go for it, Loz.
Really? Oh,
go for it. Okay. Go for it.
Matt Walsh, contributor for the Daily Wire, was asked at a recent AMA what he thought of anime. He replied that he thought it's all satanic. Satanic?
What?
Satanic,
yep.
With no argument besides that it's bizarre and creepy, and that with very few exceptions, no adults should be watching cartoons. When pressed on Twitter, he added, I'm catching some heat because I said that anime is satanic. I just want to clarify that yes, it will literally lead to demonic possession in upwards of 87% of cases, studies show.
Yeah.
That does feel like a bit of a joke.
Maybe.
I'm going to have to check that because like 87% of cases, studies show. At the same time, though, I do feel that the earlier points you made may have been like his actual true opinion of it.
Yeah.
But then I do find that you can get people who don't know anything about it. They grew up with cartoons as kids. It was Tom and Jerry, and so they see any animated thing and they're like, that's for kids.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say,
I promise you, we can find animated stuff that is it is an art form and a media of communicating that doesn't instantly make it for kids just by the dent of it being moving pictures.
Yep.
I can just imagine that, you know, it was like his opinion comes from a certain niche anime that has Bible in the name.
Yes, yeah.
It's just like
he could have seen a legend about a certain fiend that may be over things. You know.
Are you also talking about This Color, Drew? Is that your other?
That is the right. Should we move on to the next one?
I just thought it was kind of fun.
I mean,
so I had to include it.
No, that's the thing. I mean,
I
don't want to go on the minutiae of Matt Walsh or anything of it, but I would say that it is a common thing for someone who's uneducated, doesn't know anything about it, and a knee-jerk reaction, especially if they're religious. I could see them saying this.
Yeah.
But it's the same sort of thing.
I mean, everything's satanic,
rock
right?
music is satanic. Yeah. Video games kill people.
D&D is satanic. Yeah.
Oh, exactly. God. You know, and all the studies on these things have always been long-term. It's ignorance and just knee-jerk reactions from people who just don't know anything about it. I'm sure. Yeah. The thing is with anime, I just want to point this out. I think if you could sit down with somebody and if they could have the time, you could find probably in this day and age an anime that will at least entertain any person. I'm not saying that every person could become like a giant anime fan, but I'm sure you could find something they'd be like, that was okay.
I mean, there's a reason the Ghibli films were so big over here, because they appealed to a vast audience. You know,
they've got there's a lot of obviously there's a lot of anime it's just meh, but there's a lot that actually has deeper themes and meaning behind it, which a lot of these people look at and go, oh, I see what they're trying to say there, and they go, okay.
I'd even propose Fullmetal Alchemist is one that it's family friendly, because I mean, hell, I managed to get my dad to watch the whole thing in pretty much not one go, but we just chewed right through it and he loved it. Brotherhood, that is.
Yeah. Right. Well, so
I'm sure you realise that's just Satan worship, right?
Oh yeah, they do use alchemy, which is completely
moving on.
Anyway, so while most mangaka aren't really that involved in the anime adaptations of their work, Chainsaw Man's manga editor Shihei Lin shared that Fujimoto-san has seen all the Chainsaw Man's pitch documents, story structure, scripts, and even the storyboards. He has continued to be in close contact with MAPPA's anime team. This is a relationship that goes back at least as far as July, when MAPPA shared that his help extended to the casting, planning, and even the music. However, anyone who knew of Terry Goodkin's involvement with the Sword of Truth TV adaptation knows this doesn't necessarily mean much.
I mean,
I don't know. Did you either of you guys ever see that? Probably not.
No.
Yeah. It was terrible.
I mean, I certainly hope that that's the case, but I mean, what does it truly mean?
Yep. Yeah, so in the case of, you said they've already diverged from the manga, and that was sort of the case with the Sword of Truth series too. They diverged quite quickly from the books, and in a much worse way.
Just to clarify, like, yes, they've diverged, but like in a very small amount. Like,
okay, all right.
It's like, it's not like,
is it in the streamlining to make the adaptation work sort of aspect of things?
Potentially. I think they're going for broke. I think they're going to try and fit all 11 volumes in this one 12 episode season.
They do that.
I think they could, with the way they're going.
Okay.
But because I think they've already done the first 3 volumes in 2 episodes.
So then maybe it is really good that he's working with them. Yeah.
But I think the big thing is he's trying, like, if he is working with them, he's gonna make sure that they don't skimp on anything that's like really important.
Yeah.
The bits that they have like skipped over are like really minor.
Okay. Good.
And what they've changed just works. So, moving on.
Right.
Before we move on, I just did a little quick Googling, and I'm pretty sure the Matt Walsh thing is satire.
Okay.
And he did it to, like, get trending and things
okay.
like that.
That does make sense. Yep. All right. Cool. They got me, Mm-hmm. Loz, you mind taking this one?
Sure. Is this one? Elden Ring gets jazz music stream. Sorry.
Yes.
Elden Ring gets jazz music streaming event on December 3rd. If you're looking for something a little warmer this winter, get ready for a digital jazz performance on December the 3rd from Grammy award-winning alto saxist Kenny Garrett and jazz trumpeter Takuya Kuroda, who will be adapting tracks from Elden Ring, including segments for open improv?
Yeah, so instead of just adapting the tracks, they'll be like, improving the music. I honestly think it sounds
inspired. So the idea is that they just like playing off the cuff sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
So it feels like this is heavily inspired by Elden Ring, but it's not actual music from the game. This of course begs the question: A, do they have maidens? And B, like, are we? When are we going to do our 24-hour Elden Ring stream?
That is a good point. So here are the ticket options. You can just get a VOD after the fact for $15, and then it goes all the way up to $200 if you want to actually go there.
I mean, a dinner is. I like how. Hold on. You got the tarnished and demigod options where dinner is optional. Yeah, Elden Lord, you have to have the dinner. You can't not have. Sorry.
I think it more means that you can purchase a dinner for extra with these two.
Probably.
And
I
this
just
one
like
you get
what I
it.
said.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yours is much better.
Way of assessing this.
Yours is much better.
Your way of assessing it, that it's like, this food is optional. The other one, no. No. It's not just that you're not just that you have to be there for the dinner. You are eating this.
You are eating this. Yes,
you are
exactly.
having this dinner.
Strapped down and with a funnel in your mouth, and yep.
It turns out it's like McDonald's or something.
Well, for you, that would be hellish. For most people, they'd be like, meh.
Moving on.
All right, so...
Oh my god, what is this?
In what the fuck Japan fast food moments, we have Spy X Family X Burger King. As part of the crossover, BK will serve 3 Royale burgers. The Royale and Bacon, the Royale and Berry, and the Royale and Chicken. Which is kind of... okay. God, please. What's the secret ingredient? Peanut butter sauce. Also, ordering all 3 will get you some merch, either a paper apron or stickers after those run out. And got, here's the paper aprons, and the stickers are just the same thing. Peanut butter...
I'm intrigued.
Sauce.
No, but I'm intrigued.
What's wrong with
that? Because, like, there's like a lot of spicy stuff from like Vietnam and places that like really heavily rely on like peanuts and peanut butter and things. That really does amplify the taste. I'm genuinely intrigued, and I do not like beef to save my life. I will like, if you eat this beef, you'll live. Otherwise, you won't. And I'll be like, no, I'll just go with won't.
Well, you get the Royale and Chicken and just have them hold the beef.
No, that's rude. Can't change the order.
No, it's the same as if you weren't having like sauce on it. You can just take the burger out.
No, I'm joking.
All right, Loz, you can. Oh, this one's fun.
Okay, a series of shorts starring Tomokazu Sugita, who's just done a ton of stuff, including long-running roles on Gintama.
Gintama. I think it's Gintama.
Gintama.
There we go. Gintama. Oh, I'll keep saying this, but I can't pronounce anything to save my life. If it was like, if is it from Xeno's example of do this or you die, I'd be like, right, we're gonna open a word, and we'll even tell you how you want to say it, and I'd be like,
I can't do that.
I'm still gonna fail. So just shoot me now. Just shoot me now. Okay, as well as Kane in JJBA Golden Winged.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Khan?
No, that's not what it says.
Okay.
I read my teleprompter verbatim. I know that's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind, but that's not what my teleprompter says. My teleprompter says JJBA Golden Wind. Yeah. So I read JJBA Golden Wind. And the and is in caps. So and Star Fox 64. Wait, when did that parentheses open? That didn't open.
Much further up. Much
further up.
Oh, wow. Oh, up there. Okay.
Yeah.
And Daisuke Sakaguchi from Tadomi in Assassination Classroom, Marlowe in Attack on Titan, Jed Walker in Astro Lost in Space. Started running for Japan's National Federation of Health Insurance Societies. The shorts, called Kenko Takaranbun
Takarabune Tsukoyaka 7, yeah.
Wow.
Which means
I'm trying to learn Japanese, but I cannot pronounce anything to save my life. This is where I say like this is German, and it's like Zwei and Zwanzig, and it's like that's not how you say it.
You didn't say it with a very effeminate accent, so it doesn't work,
What does that translate to mean, Loz?
Wellness treasure ship Tsuyokayaka 7. Okay. Depict 2 or more of Japan's 7 lucky gods and are meant to humorously explain issues regarding public health.
I did actually watch one of these, this one, and it was about how if you have like a cough or a cold, you should be covering your mouth. You should, maybe see your doctor. They are not, unfortunately, are not translated into English. But I mean,
they look like fever dreams.
They are very surreal, extremely surreal. I mean, this guy is holding fish, and this guy is it's so weird.
And yet, it looks significantly better than Tatami Time Machine. Yep, shots fired.
You can see the review for that.
Do we need a soundboard?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
But like, yes, you can fire some gunshots, then you go shots fired.
Yeah.
Like, and then we can have Kanpais. We can push like random buttons to get Kanpais. You have like a Kanpai randomizer as we steal Kanpais from different shows. I have a list.
Right. So, an anime short film from 1987 is currently available worldwide for the first time via YouTube, but only until November 18th. So you really better get out there and watch it. The film is titled Noiseman Sound Insect. It doesn't have English subtitles, unfortunately, although I'm sure some intrepid person out there has already grabbed it and subtitled it. And it's an absolute visual and audio feast, and I think you can pick up most of it regardless of it only being in Japanese. The group behind it are director Koji Morimoto, The Animatrix Beyond, which was one of the stories that was, that's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Memories, Magnetic Rose, which is my favorite part of Memories. And Genius Party, which I've never heard of, who is also supervising animator and character designs with Masaki Yuasa, Devilman Crybaby, and Mind Game. Obviously back before Devilman, because this is 1987. Composer Yoko Kanno from Cowboy Bebop, and producer Takashi Mogi from Ghost in the Shell. So a real powerhouse. It is an absolute, just beautiful thing to watch. So very surreal. I'm obviously not gonna show much, but like we've got this massive.
Shows enough.
Yeah. No way. I mean, just look at these. Just look at this stuff.
Thing is, clicking through it, I'm just like looking through it myself. I mean, it still looks nice, but I miss the sort of like early 90s and 80s hyper detailed stuff. And you've got like like at the end, like there at the end, you got them, and it's just like,
what is that?
God, are they drugged or dead? I don't know.
Yes, both.
They're just gently there. They're just gently rocking left and right with their heads as things fall into the ocean. I don't know.
Yeah. Some very weird stuff happened. It's much better in motion. But yeah, yep. Oh yes.
But the one thing I want to say about this is I don't get why they're removing it.
Yeah, why is it only up until the 18th? I don't know. I don't know.
I'm more and more just becoming so annoyed when things get removed or whatever. It's like we're getting to the point that we need to preserve things. We need to come up. I'm even to the point that we need to come up with some sort of like database stored under like deeper mountain of Africa. So that if we're all wiped out, at least like all the media we've made can be saved.
I mean, I'm sure it's still available somewhere. It's just this is the first time it's available worldwide.
I always support the official release.
Yeah,
and I like to have the official one. It's like it's going to probably be the best quality one.
Yeah. So well, no. What I'm saying is you might still be able to buy it in Japan. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, this one is for you, Loz. This one is all for you.
What is that? Just me for read out, or me as I'm excited by it?
A little both.
Wow. If I've done this right, Loz should be reading this one. Ghost Nasuth is right. This is for you, Loz. Wow, it's for me. Just for me. The anime adaptation of Saving 80,000 Gold in Another World for My Retirement released a teaser trailer with a series air date of January 2023. The synopsis reads as follows. One day, Mitsuha falls off a cliff and is transported to a medieval Europe-type world. After a near-death encounter with a pack of wolves, she then realizes that she's able to transport between two worlds, this one and her own. Taking advantage of this ability, Mitsuha decides to live in both worlds and calculates that she'll need 80,000 gold coins to be able to retire. Mitsuha has to come up with different ways to collect her gold coins. Oh, so in like the medieval world, she's going to acquire 80,000 gold coins.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Why is it for me?
Because you love isekais.
Oh, I guess it's isekai. Go back though. What was I going to say about this though? Something about the start. Oh yeah, no, the wolves. Did you know that like Paris was held to ransom by packs of wolves in the past?
No.
Yeah.
That wolves somehow doesn't surprise me. Yeah.
Did you know
like,
that?
Armies of wolves held Paris to ransom.
But did you know that Australia lost the war to emus?
That is true. That is true.
Wait, did you genuinely not know this?
No, but did you know that Paris was held hostage by wolves?
I do now. I heard it recently.
Right now, I've heard about emus. So I told you a minute ago.
Yeah, it's very
she's even like thinking about ways to use modern stuff, which is I like this actually sounds interesting.
I mean, to me, it's just like, hey, okay, then
wait,
there
I think she is using a gun.
Okay,
yes!
okay. Let's.
This might actually be really good.
What are the gun laws like in Japan?
I want to know how her power's going to work for like traveling back and forth, because the interesting thing is you could just become invincible because you'd be like have a fight with somebody with your gun, you swap universe, step in a few places to where you want to be, then swap universe again, and if you actually physically move that distance, if like the universes are lined up and that your movement between them syncs, you could just like teleport around a battlefield shooting people in the head.
Oof, that would be amazing.
You'd be unstoppable. So it's going to be interesting, and if this is anything to go by, we're in for something good.
That's hoping. That is hoping that they're not moving. So, yeah.
All right. So, also in 2023, Production IG are back with a post-apocalyptic sci-fi adventure called Tengoku Dai Makyo, or Heavenly Delusion. The manga, they didn't release a description for the anime, but the manga is described as, within the safety of the walls, youths are raised in are raised in a nursery-style setting by robots. While life there may appear stale on the surface, the children are full of potential and curiosity. In many ways, it is like a slice of heaven. The outside world is a hellscape. It is almost entirely void of anything mechanical, and is now inhabited by bizarre, yet powerful supernatural beings. Maro, with the aid of Kiriko, is out there crisscrossing what was once Tokyo for heaven. What? Out there crisscrossing what was once Tokyo? Whatever. But after searching for so long, maybe heaven is more of an unstable, untenable dream than a potential reality. Which I think sounds like it could be very interesting. I love me my post-apocalyptic sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
And finally... Loz?
Mine?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was preparing things for later.
Oh.
Right, and finally, another January 2023 release. Hikari no O? Yeah?
Yeah.
The Firecatcher Lord fantasy novel series is being turned into an anime by an absolute dream team. But first, the story. This is summarized by Nasuth. Visit the source for more details, okay?
Yeah, it was really long.
After humanity's last war, the world is covered by a massive forest, dominated by creatures called flameling. While humans cower in small, protected pockets, due to a weapon used in the war, no human can get close to fire without spontaneously combusting, unless it's a flameling. Hunters of flamelings are called firecatchers, and there's a legend of a firecatcher who can restore humanity's power over fire.
And it has something to do with like a satellite that was launched in orbit 1,000 years ago. Yeah.
What? So if anyone goes near normal fire, they explode.
Blow up.
So they have to. So everyone so humanity has to capture these flamelings to get
for their like all their power sources and yeah.
How high was the person that came up with this story?
Yeah.
What was that show with music called The Monsters In, and they didn't have music? And it's like, does anyone ever heard of like soundproofing rooms? And headphones.
Tact. Yeah, Tactopy. Yeah.
Right. No, I did like that show overall. It was good, but I didn't finish it though. I didn't finish the last few episodes. But is it the same thing with this? It's like humanity can't go near fire. It's like we have things called pipes, and you can pipe the fire over there, and then get the heat to heat water, but then brings the water to you in what's called, in central heating and radiation.
But how would you forge the metal for the pipes?
Do we run out of metal pipes?
Yeah, metal pipes. Also, you're coming up with a problem, and obviously, yes, we'd have to come up with ways of doing it. I don't know. Can't we get them sort of like just? Well, do it at a distance. It's like what my thing is how close do people have to get to it? I mean, yeah, it's a problem. But problems can be overcome through ingenuity.
I mean, there was I remember there was the big thing about like iron forges, like when they were like first brand new and things, and whenever it would splash or anything, people would get like horrible scars, and sometimes they'd have like bits of iron just in their flesh and things like that.
Yep.
We're talking like, when they're first coming up with this. I don't really think that's much of a problem anymore. What with it being a lot of it being automated.
Well, this is after after a massive world war that basically destroyed everything.
So there was a world war. Somehow people
some
survived
weapon that got
and
used.
are allergic to fire.
Yeah, there was some weapon that got used in the war and fucked everyone up.
I have a real solid question here. What happens if it's a really sunny day? Do they just explode?
Okay, the sun is not made of fire. The sun is made of plasma. Okay.
No. I'm trying to, but I mean, so is fire, right? It's
Okay,
fire is like super black, right?
Yeah.
But my point is, like, is it like, oh, if you get too hot, you just chemically react and explode, or
what
right?
happens,
Or is it
if
just
you
like
blush really hard? You know.
I mean, is it just like, oh no, it's a literal proximity thing. It's like it's the sound. The sound makes you. What the fuck is this? Okay.
I mean,
right. So do you want to get on to the team?
Could we just get people, right, and then we get some criminals and we put them in a row, and if we put fire on the first one, does it just like chain along the chain?
That's a fair point. That's a fair point.
Does people spontaneously combusting make other people spontaneously
combust? Otherwise, like, how on earth would we survive? Like, huge pockets of civilizations would just cease to exist.
These are the big questions they need to answer.
Right? Then the next question is it the act of a person that spontaneously busts, or just like, if I have a few cells, would they explode? So if I just get like, I'm not saying like strips of people, but let's say strips of people. If I got a strip of skin of someone and like made a strip of it, and everyone made a strip, does it then go boom? And does it explode, or does it just like fire travel along it?
What about if you like save up your fingernail clippings for a year and
exactly?
Right.
Yeah. And
what happens if you're doing the ironing? Right, there's no fire. Right, you're doing the ironing and you accidentally you leave the iron on, you lean against it, you accidentally burn yourself. Are you just gonna suddenly explode? Are you gonna take out an entire apartment complex?
It's a post-apocalyptic world. Nobody wears iron. Nobody does ironing. They're lucky if they have clothes.
I mean, irons existed for a very, very long time before they did.
No.
Moving on.
Yeah. So we got the dream team.
Who's really good? That was me. Director. Now the team. Director Junji Nishimura. Ranma Half. Sorry, this is what they've done. Ranma Half, True Tears,
Vlad Love, which I've never heard of.
Writer
it's
Mamoru Oishi, Ghost of the Shell, Jinro, Blood the Last Vampire. Character design by Takayuya Saito, Outlaw Star and Macross Zero. Oh, this is a dream team. Music by Kenji Kawaya, Ghost of the Shell 1 and 2. Paddleball the movie. Paddleball the Mobile Police. Sorry, my brain went movie because it's like Paddleball movie. Just combine your brain.
Absolute dream team. Absolute dream team. So even if the story makes no sense, it's going to be really.
It's going to look and sound.
No. All of our questions, right? They're fine as long as the show addresses them and explains them. It could do that.
These are the big questions that need answering.
I know. This is propaganda, Loz. This is anti-smoking. It's anti-smoking propaganda. As soon as I'm just gonna light my lighter boom. There you go. Anti-smoking. I get you, Japan. I know what you're trying to pull here.
Well, that does it for the news for this week. Thank you both for joining me. And you, the audience, please stay tuned later for Kanpai Cast coming out Thursday. Yeah. That's a good one.
So bye, everyone.
Bye. Have a kanpai and bye.